She's a thing of beauty, folks, I gotta tell you right now. You know, not everybody has had a chance to see this snowmobile, this RMK 800 AXYS chassis with this cool Arctic FX wrap on it. Almost looks like a paint job, kind of blows my mind. But we made the video, we showed the wrap install. It was at the Toronto Snowmobile ATV and Power Sports show. Everybody got to take a good look at it. Now, here it is. Here is this beauty. It's missing the seat because we're making some changes. I've sent it out to a seat shop. They're gonna lower it. They're gonna cut it off a little bit. It's too high right now, and I dragged my boot across the back of it, and I don't wanna do that. I don't really care how high I sit. I don't wanna sit up too high on it. So it's gonna be leveled out. I'm just gonna come down just like that. So we're gonna make our own custom seat, and who knows, if we like it, maybe we might make it available for you as well. So here she is. I've ran it through a couple of cycles already, just sort of, you know, heat cycles. I do that more or less with every sled as soon as I rebuild a motor or when I buy them. There is a break-in procedure for this snowmobile, and we're gonna do it exactly like they say. But right now, I'm just gonna warm it up. You're gonna get to hear it. It's very quiet. Needs a can. It's funny, you know, I looked at this the other day, I'm like, where's the choke? I've mixed my fuel already. The first tank, you gotta mix it 40-to-1. I've already done that. This one, I got the interactive display on it. I'm gonna go over that as well in the future in another video just dedicated for that, but it's pretty cool. It's got a GPS on it and a whole bunch of other neat stuff. It's just a real sweetheart of a display. Oh, look at that. It's got the nice short nose on it compared to the older RMKs. And that's what I like about it. You know, when it's going to be standing up like that, you're going to be able to see over the front of it quite easily. It's very similar to the AXYS, in fact. We have a B&M Fab bumper going on it. It's a really cool thing, and it's heavy duty. We need it because we're always smashing trees. Or I should say I am. Warm it up before I move it. But check out the interactive display on here. So you've got your it's got a GPS on it. You can zoom in. Can't wait till they have real-time GPSs with satellite views, all kinds. You can hook it up Bluetooth to your phone. You can switch your fuel from 91. I've got non-ethanol in here right now. You can switch it for when you are running ethanol-based fuels. You can change how the display looks. There's all kinds of cool things. It's telling the temperature. It'll tell you your voltage on the battery, 13.5 volts, 84 degrees F, and of course you've got your Bluetooth that I don't have hooked up yet. I'll pull it out. Comes standard with scratchers. Of course, it's got the carbon fiber rear bumper. Turn that off right now. Carbon fiber rear bumper. Not recommended you tow on that. Now, there's a warning label that goes on here. Says you can only put 15 pounds on the back. Makes sense. It's not heavy duty the way that these are built. I remember another manufacturer when they really made a lightweight snowmobile years ago. The first year that they came out, they bent all over the place. People were riding them really hard, jumping off things, bending boards and tunnels and all that, and then the reinforcement kits came out. I'm more or less going into this knowing that this can only take certain type of abuse, and you know, I'm not going to overload the back end on it. Hopefully I won't land on the back end, but you know, when you're looking at a snowmobile that's 407, 408 pounds dry, obviously it's meant for a certain type of riding. And you know, this isn't going to be the ditch banger banging off things like the AXYS is. Totally different chassis, This is meant to be super lightweight for riding in the really deep snow and having a whole lot of fun. And that's what I'm gonna do with it. But I am gonna hit things with it, I'm sure. There's no doubt about it. I'll probably break all kinds of things just because of the type of riding I am doing. I have a Boondocker Turbo coming for it. I'm working on some arms, high clearance arms for it. That B&M Fabrications bumper. I have some vent kits coming for it. A few other things. This one, I got the 2.6-inch track. It does have the belt drive. I wanted to go as light as I could. What I really like about this is how easy, compared to even the older ones, this whole thing comes apart. And everything is easily accessible on it as well. I'll show you. Probably gonna get a lightweight hood as well. I know, I said I was gonna leave it stock, but it just wouldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? You can check this out. Pull it all apart. Very easy to do. Just one little clip there. And that's it. It's got some kind of a fiber air box, a molded air box. It's not plastic, nice and lightweight. The standard exhaust is going to stay with it when the Boondocker Turbo goes into it. There's only going to be just some slight changes made to it, more or less. Everything's very accessible. Change your belts easy. When I did get this, it is set up right now for 6,000 to 8,000 feet. That's the way the clutching is set up. I'm just gonna leave that alone because the Boondocker kit comes with the proper clutching for my elevation. We're gonna swap out the coolant in it, and of course we're gonna put Evans in there. It's got the lightweight rotor, it's got the belt drive. Look at that, isn't that cool? But this is light, you know? It is an amazing thing how light they made these. Can't wait to ride. And it's just about here. The snow is just about here, boys. Gonna be some curved skis going on it as well. Yeah, I am gonna put an ISOVIBE riser on here. The elbow's taken quite a beating last year, so I've got a tensor kind of thing on here right now, trying to fix that elbow. I am gonna do that. It might make it a little higher than what it is, and then I don't know, I may put another set of bars on it, lower bars, just the Polaris bars. I like the way that they've put this mountain grab bar in here. It's nice and narrow, doesn't stick up as much, and it's actually just put in a very good spot. I am gonna turn these switches around. The reverse switch, I'm gonna sort of turn it upside down, and this one here I'll pop underneath here, just sort of to hide it a little bit. When you're rolling it over, we roll it, it'll hit rocks, stumps and stuff. So I don't want that to get broken and hurt. It's not good. They've got these cool new vents on here. Check them out. They got powder screens on there. Very nice vents, intake vents. And of course they've got these awesome high traction running boards that are just gnarly. Of course, I always wear my knee pads when I am riding, so you got to watch that. These are sharp. You can scrape your knees on them, but you won't do that when you're wearing your knee pads. And also, don't forget to wear a vest. I always wear the vest. Number one, I'm going to run the VES full synthetic oil in it, just because they told me to. So that's what I'm going to use. And I think that's about it. We will get into some other things a little later on. I'm going to make a video. I'll tell you exactly how to break this in according to the manual, and I will do the interactive display as well. We'll shoot a whole video segment on that, because a lot of people are going to have questions about that. This hood seems a little heavy. It's this light mount, or this light bracket, so we're going to fix that as well. That's kind of the way we do things. But you know, it's amazing that you can buy a sled 408 pounds out of the factory and there is still room to make it lighter. You know, aftermarket pipe or aftermarket can, you could probably lose another 10 or 15 pounds. This is going to be filled with the turbo, so we're not going to lose that weight, but we're going to up our power, the power to weight ratio, which really in the end is what it's all about. I do want to take it for a ride though. That's what I'm going to do right now. It says the first 3 hours are break-in hours. There's no snow, so I've got to break it in on the grass. It's pretty mild out. You got to vary your throttle positions. Makes sense. Look at that. Isn't that great? Can't wait to see that new seat. It's going to look awesome. Oh. There we go. You can tell it has that mountain kit in it, in the clutching. That's good. It's only 111 degrees, boys. It's barely even warmed up. Don't worry about it.
You to come, I'll make it impossible.